Chapter 1. Understanding your emotions, anger and beyond. Emotions, particularly anger, play a significant role in our lives. There are various strategies for managing rage, as many programs are designed to help individuals address their anger issues. These initiatives cater to different groups, including children, adolescents, adults, couples and families, ensuring that everyone receives the support they need. Anger management programs aim to help people reduce their anger and learn effective ways to resolve personal problems. Many individuals participate in self-development workshops to gain a better understanding of their emotions and manage their feelings. The journey of self-improvement is essential for those looking to lead happier lives. Through these workshops, individuals can explore different tools and techniques to attain inner peace. However, not everyone reaches their goals despite their best efforts. Some may feel overwhelmed by fear. Personal growth often requires us to cope with stress. A significant number of people struggle with anxiety, but those who practice reflection can find ways to deal with their tension. How does reflection help in managing stress? It allows you to identify your core self, leading to greater self-awareness. This awareness can enhance your self-improvement skills. By focusing on positive thoughts, you can counteract negative thinking, which often pulls us down and erodes our confidence to face daily challenges. Any individuals suffering from anxiety tend to see the world through a negative lens, believing they won't accomplish significant tasks in their lives. It's essential to find ways to simplify your life and reinforce that you possess the necessary abilities to succeed. To build resilience, consider incorporating meditation into your routine. It encourages positive thinking and mindfulness. This reflective practice can greatly enhance your mental, emotional and physical well-being. Additionally, maintaining a consistent health and exercise routine can sharpen your brain's functionality. Engaging in physical activity helps to rejuvenate your body, promoting the growth of new cells and potentially extending your lifespan. A more active brain is less prone to anxiety. Another effective complement to meditation is writing. Keeping a journal or documenting your life story not only stimulates your mental energy, but also allows you to envision your future and clarify your aspirations. Recording your past experiences can lead to fresh ideas, and once you identify your goals, compiling a list will provide a sense of direction. Tracking your objectives fosters a change in perspective, enabling personal growth. When faced with annoyance, it's crucial to learn the best approach for managing your feelings. Lingering anger can draw unwanted attention and exacerbate the situation. If you feel the need to express your anger, make a conscious choice about how to do so. While anxiety might seem like a recent phenomenon, expressions of rage have been part of the human experience for millennia. Historical texts like Genesis illustrate this through the story of Cain's violence. Anger has been a double-edged sword throughout history. The ancient Chinese wisdom reminds us that the fire of our anger can harm us more than others. Frustration can manifest in various ways, whether we're unaware of its presence or choose to overlook it. We might label ourselves as oversensitive or a hothead, complicating our understanding of emotions. On the flip side, prolonged rage can leave us feeling drained, with physical symptoms such as headaches or stomach issues, especially if we anticipate another encounter with the person who upset us. It's also important to recognize who is truly at the root of the anger. We often believe that others dictate our emotional responses. However, The anger belongs to us. Their actions might not even be connected to our feelings. If we retaliate out of anger, we set off a cycle of retribution. Looking around at the world, it's evident that many individuals suffer due to cycles of intense anger and hostility, echoes of conflicts that have persisted for generations. It's possible that rage is caused by anxiety or depression. If you've ever been enraged at your child for careless conduct, it's the way you show your increased anxiety. Seeing him in danger makes you sick to your stomach. The death of a life partner or loved one elicits a particular kind of rage that derives from surrendering emotions, which are a typical symptom of bereavement. Both of these types of rage are caused by your fear of tragedy. This form of anxiety will make you feel numb, but it will pass in the end. How can you deal with rage? For whatever reason, get angry, running, punching a punching bag, or smashing the sofa with a Nerf bat are all effective ways to release stress. When this happens, you must use relaxing techniques to cool down. It does not value the ability to contain. Rage, yelling and screaming. You will be able to deal with the problem more easily if you find a peaceful way to deal with it. Don't respond on a deliberate decision. It is possible to train yourself not to respond in this manner. Do not expect something that will never happen if you have unfulfilled wishes. When our partners fail to live up to our expectations, we experience a lot of anger. It will take a lot of practice to start small. Don't be surprised if you discover you can change in a flash and that others are doing the same. Learn your skills by practicing. Pianists never avoid scales. There will be a lot of fear and frustration in the future if you don't practice meditation for the rest of your life. Today is a great day to start, understanding the advantages and disadvantages of different methods. If you feel like a waterfall of liquid magma is about to erupt in your head, remember that you have 3 options for controlling your rage, and take a few moments to regain your composure. You can express your anger, smother it or cool yourself off, or whatever you choose, it will help you manage your anger. Go off the smouldering sensation in your stomach and let it go fast. Regardless of the case, you must remember one thing: you can express your rage. You cannot allow it to escape your control. Rage is man's built-in defensive mechanism to ensure our safety when we are threatened. When we're angry, our heart rate, pulse, vitality, hormones and adrenaline all increase, making us more grounded emotionally and physically to fight off danger. Or whatever the case is, there are many degrees of indignation. It's not possible to hold an opponent who needs to pierce your heart with the same degree of disdain as a man who merely offended you. According to societal norms, rules and realistic judgment skills, we must regulate our rage based on the magnitude of the dangers we face. We won't be able to hit someone who is annoying us. You can now communicate your strong feelings to someone who irritates you. But be careful not to annoy him too much. Don't call him derogatory names. Tell the person that his actions make you feel uncomfortable. Suffocating your anger is one way to deal with your raging feelings. If you don't think it's the best time to show your frustration, you may choose to stop. Stop thinking about it, or think of something constructive to do instead. In this case, the risk is that your suppressed emotions will cause health problems such as hypertension, Misery or hypertension, unresolved frustration can lead to problems such as retaliating in a roundabout way against an apparent enemy or condemning others without reason. Of the three methods for controlling rage, calming down is the most effective. When you do this, you gain control of your external behavior as well as your emotions, avoiding both physical and inward conflict, both of which can be harmful to your health. This is the most difficult option to implement, despite the fact that it is the safest option. However, entail order and a positive mood, good support from friends or family, you will be able to manage your frustration to the best of your ability. Anger help management is beneficial since it is difficult to treat or alter routine behavior. It would be easier for people to make and maintain progress if they were checked and cared for by a support group. It can be done through expert sources, help offices and friends and family, government or group offices, private foundations. Top executives or family members can take anger management courses. Support and projects can be provided based on the real problem or type of rage that you are experiencing. Depending on your issues and needs, the length of time, topics and exercises of classes can vary. You can monitor your progress with assignments and assessments in a group setting where people are also present. This type of anger management technique is effective. Self-study is a useful anger management strategy if you believe you can cope with anger problems on your own. If you don't join a community, you can communicate with your own problems more easily and efficiently. An expert mentor, specialist, or dependable relative can be used for the role of advocate and teacher. Since issues vary and points of view can be more subjective, self-study is a good way to overcome these. Anger management systems can help you understand your feelings better. You should use sound-based self-improvement devices. Stress balls and games help to release frustration. Pleasant atmosphere is beneficial for anxiety relief. You can learn to recognize materials that will help you manage your frustration and reduce tension. If you are suffering from the negative effects of a marginal identity issue, you might be well aware of the constant fear of abandonment or discipline from others. This may be the reason why you become angry at others, such as family, friends, or colleagues. If you recognize yourself in any of the examples above, rest assured that you are not alone, as millions of people around the world struggle with this identity crisis. 5 simple and fast ways to avoid your wrath upheavals are given to you by me. The breathing technique can be combined with statements for enhanced performance. Attempt to remember halting for a short instant. Close your eyes, inhale gradually through your nose, and exhale gradually through your mouth in the event that you become angry. Do this 3 times. The smoothing effect of mild and full breaths can be increased by insistencies. This self-talk is very effective since it speaks directly to your intuitive personality. I am casual, I am calm, I am placated, and I am upbeat are some examples of these declarations. You can say, I am cool, while inhaling, and I am casual, while exhaling. Pay attention to your bodily reactions as they shift from negative to positive. It easily lives up to your standards. The second approach is to keep a personal journal in which you can keep track of all of your important personal and inner experiences. You may turn to your journal for help in difficult times who will not judge or reprimand you. Writing in your journal will relieve you of all the negative thoughts. There are reasons for alarm that you carry in your mind. By watching back at your life, you can get new perspectives on what is going on in your life. The third approach is to think of realistic and coherent motivation to show that the other person doesn't want to hurt you. This can help you reduce your rage. Marginal individuals have a propensity to overstate the consequences of others' behaviours and practices based on past experiences, even though this is not the case. To help yourself out, try to discover rational and valid thinking patterns as to why your translation is exploding. The fourth approach that I would like to discard is one that replaces the behavioural manifestations of marginal indignation with a mental task. When you're next enraged, I suggest doing the breathing exercise first, followed by the confirmations, to prevent you from engaging in vicious talk and behaviour. You should spend a few minutes observing, naming and acknowledging your internal experiences.